I think it's a good idea to go through every once in a while, or at least once a year, once every few months or so, and really like dial back some of these subscription services. Like whether it be like everything's like a subscription service now. You know, streaming TV, all the different, everybody has their own streaming platform. Everybody has their own monthly fee for things. Even like popular apps or, you know, social media networks and things like that have like premium versions of their apps and stuff, or you can be verified, or any kind of web hosting or technical things like that you might use to live stream and things like that. It's all subscription services. So what I like to do is actually earlier this year, actually about a year and a half ago, I created a spreadsheet and I listed out all of the services and things that I have a subscription to. And I marked that if it should, you know, what the price was every month or annual. So I have like it broken down by like monthly and annual subscriptions. I have like the cost, and then right next to that, the date that it's going to be renewed on. So whether it's like an annual, a lot of mine are annual. Usually like if you subscribe to something annually, it's a little bit cheaper. You get a couple months free if you know you're going to use it anyways, you know. So yeah, so I have a spreadsheet, and it shows you the cost, it shows you when it's due. And then I like to go through and, you know, really look at the list and make a decision, look at each one and be like, am I really using that? Like, did I really utilize that enough to justify paying for another year of this service or subscription? Or so you can go through, and what I like to do is just kind of leave myself a reminder closer to the due date, and then just go out and cancel that subscription. And sometimes it's to your benefit too, because like I know I had like a Peacock like subscription, right, to watch like the you know, some live sports wrestling pay-per-views or whatever that they had on there. And you know, you're paying like, I don't know what it is. If you want everything, it's more. If you want commercial free, you know, things like that. So I was paying like, I think it was like $15 a month or something like that, $10-15. And when you go to cancel, they say, oh, hey, do you want to stay on for another 6 months for only $1.99? And it's like, well, sure, I guess for $1.99 for like 6 more months or whatever, that's cool. Or another 3 months. So if you cancel, then, you know, you can get rewarded with something a little cheaper if you think you're still going to use it. But I like to say, like, am I using this or am I not using it? Because if I'm not using it, like, you know, cuts have to be made. It's got to go, you know. And I'll tell you what, after you start canceling stuff, man, you'll see that, I mean, you're saving like hundreds of dollars, like annually, like things that you're paying for monthly, like you're just not paying for that anymore. So you're able to put that money towards, you know, something else, something you might need, you know. And it's not just like, oh, you know, I don't want to use this platform, I don't like this service or whatever, you know, I got to get rid of it. It's just like, no, like you can't, can you justify the cost, you know? Are you using it? Are you utilizing it? Because sometimes, you know, if there's a service out there that you like to use, like I like to use, you know, a platform to, you know, for live streaming or recording my podcast, you know, when I have a guest on or something. But if I'm not like using that every month and I'm paying like an annual fee for it, I might as well just, you know, figure out when I'm going to record podcasts and just pay for that month that I'm going to use it, you know, and then just get a bunch of guests lined up and do it that way. Because otherwise, you know, it's just like, oh, it's something that's there and that you're not going to use it. And it just reminds me of like back in the day when we'd get like a gym membership, you know, and your intentions at the beginning of the year were to like, you know, get a gym membership and they, you know, they deduct it from your account every month. And yeah, I'm going to go. And you start out going every week and you start going. And then after a little while, like you're saying, oh, I just have this membership. I can go whenever I need to. And then what happens is you get busy or you get hurt or you don't feel good, and then you just don't go. And then all of a sudden it's like half the year's up and you've spent all this money on this gym membership and you haven't even used it. And I think a lot of these subscription models are meant to be like that. Like for the people that actually utilize them, and that's great, but I think a lot of people just don't utilize their subscriptions. So, but yeah, no, I've totally cut back on some different things for sure. And there's even some apps that, I had like a premium version of an app that I really liked or whatever. Then I might have used it for a while, and then I just like, there's something else. There's always something new, So it's easy to get caught up in subscriptions, but I think it's really important though, just to keep that list, just to have a visual of like what's happening, what the costs are, and when these things renew, because it helps out a ton, and it's helped save me a lot of cash. So maybe it'll help you too. All right, let me know.